Hello, I'm Adinser and this is my Holy Priest guide for challenge mode dungeons. Boy, is it hard to keep the group alive with Holy. In theory, you should have the most tools at your disposal to heal easily, but even with everything we have, it can be really frustrating at times. This combined with the fact that Holy Priests are pretty much replaceable in every raid by Disco and other throughput healers makes it hard to justify rolling this spec. Even so, I'm gonna do my best to explain the best way to heal in challenge and mythic dungeons. So let's start. The most unique aspect of the Holy Priest is the chakra system. The three chakras we have change a lot of things in our gameplay. So the first thing you need to do as Holy is learn when and why to use one of those chakras. As I explained in my guide for raiding, Chakra Sanctuary is the one you should stay in when raiding. For dungeons, the gameplay of Sanctuary isn't that viable, because the focus of the entire rotation is Circle of Healing, and while it's really good in raids, it's not that good for dungeons. You might think that it is, since it heals 5 people and you have only 5 people in a party. Yes, that's true, as well as for Prayer of Healing, but the problem is the long cooldown on Circle and the low healing on Prayer. Plus, most of the time the damage won't be AoE. Rather, it will be single target against your tank or cleave affecting 2 or 3 people. So both spells lose in their effectiveness. But Circle is still a good spell and should be used on cooldown even if only 2 or 3 people are damaged. However, it's not worth basing your entire gameplay around it. So that leaves us with Chakra Serenity. You might not be used to this chakra because it's really rare that priests use it in raids. The main feature of it is Holy Word Serenity and the refreshing of Renew. This is highly useful in any challenge or mythic dungeon, and any spell which is reactionary and better yet instant is as useful as this one. So the focus will be on Serenity, Flash Heal, Heal, Binding Heal, Circle and Divine Star. Those are the most powerful spells and have priority over the rest. You should use Flash Heal 2 times and then Heal, every single time to save mana. Even though mana isn't a problem in dungeons, it becomes a problem when you start spamming Flash Heal, and as Holy, you really have to. There is no more powerful heal to choose from. So having every third Flash Heal be just heal is a must, especially since you won't be getting any mana back from the level 45 tier, because the only real HPS increase in that tier is Surge of Light, so it's mandatory. And since we are talking about talents, I have mixed opinions on the level 75 tier. On one hand, Twists gives a huge buff to healing, but is rarely procced in dungeons. There is no way to proc it most of the time. You want your party members to be close to full or with full HP, not dying, and only 5 targets don't provide great opportunities for the spell. Then again, as Holy, you proc it passively with our Mastery and Renew. I would still say that Power Infusion is better because you always get great healing from it, and it interacts even better with Holy than Disc, since your primary heals are castable single target heals. It just works perfectly together. The level 90 is Divine Star combined with Surge of Light, same as with Disc. And at level 100 we really don't have even a decent choice. Clarity of Purpose is shit as usual, Words of Mending is okayish, and Saving Grace is kinda okayish. It heals only slightly more than the rest of your heals, so you don't really need it. You can go with whichever one you want out of those two, but it won't matter in the long run. Words of Mending does more HPS, while Saving Grace can be a lifesaver sometimes. As for glyphs, there are only 3 that are good, and 2 are the same as in raids: Binding, Heal and Renew. The third one is Prayer of Mending. The extra healing on it makes the spell castable. You really won't care for the 5th stack even if it would heal for something. It most often doesn't even get procced. Now, Power Word Shield is a good spell to have hotkeyed, contrary to when you are in raids. It does help somewhat because it's an instacast. Another thing different from raids is that the Divine Hymn is not that worth casting. Only in combination with Power Infusion it is. Even then, you would have to find a good time to cast it. It simply doesn't heal for much. Also keep Fade and Fear handy. They are your only survivability spells. And don't forget Mass Dispel. I encounter far too many priests that don't use it nearly as much as they should. So that's all for the Holy Priest in terms of challenge mode dungeons. I would like this video to have more information and more tips, but it's as simple as Holy not being so viable, plus not having almost any choice in its talents and glyphs. So there you have it. The next one will be for Resto Druid. Thanks for watching and see ya then.